Sabi, well, welcome back to the channel. We're going to battle on the WOTCCASIA map with Maka from 1AR. It's in the GSOR 1008. We haven't seen this much on the channel. That's the Tier 8 UK GD. It's a premium vehicle, and he's got one mark on it already, so we know he's pretty good at dishing out damage. Now he's between the alarm balls and Swizz, the casual. And it's a Tier 7, Tier 8 battle, so it is Tier 8, and therefore top tier. This map is sometimes a bit of a stalemate play, but let's see what happens here. So anyway, so Swizz and alarm balls are pushing up pretty quickly to the middle on the JK line. He got spotted there. That'll be the ELC 90 in the middle. So its one task is to try and clear out that light tank. They've already spotted a BADATTANKING coming up, so Maka makes it to the middle without too much problem. Yeah, he's just chainning up here. Most likely that ELC has run away. Certainly there's line balls that's already got to that point here. So anyway, it's got some cross map shots here. 50 CP, first shot hits but doesn't cause damage. Another bounces, but it's got 2 shots of damage in there, so very nice. So 4-shot auto-loading gun. Let's have a quick look to remind us of the gun characteristics. If we can just get hold of the cursor. So it's got full premium loadout, 320 average damage, 105mm gun, and penetration 321. So you don't have any difficulty going through tanks. Of course, the APCR pen does fall off over distance. So at this rate, he's firing at about 300, or actually close to 400 meters range, based on the circles on the minimap. So we'll be dropping down from 321, but that's certainly good enough to put you in good stead in a Tier 10 game. So just looking for any more targets there. Does some blind firing, see if that impacts the results. Got a bit hard to tell if anything happened there. There was no splash, but would have had to have gone through a wall anyway. This map very impressive with that big smoke cloud billowing up into the distance. But you don't want to be too distracted with the scenery here. The job is to get rid of the enemy team, of course, and so far they are 1 tank each. Alright, not much happening right now. They're pushing back up the line here. Oh, okay. We've got, this is a tank in the railway station, of course. So you can see, now this is a setting you can go for in your game settings. It's not a mod, but it shows the outline and whatever's obscured by actually cover. It's very handy if you're trying to work out where to shoot when all you've got is an outline. So you just go into your settings and you'll find that not in the graphic settings, it'll be in the markers, etc. That last set of tabs in the settings. And the light balls come back here to help me try and pick off that IS-2-2 in the centre. But so far they're not getting his spotting. Now why aren't they pushing the K line? Well, generally there's TDs up on the hill at J0, K0, and the BADATTANKING will definitely spot them as they come up. So that would make them rather exposed. Now they've just lost their renegade to the famous Warwick Kappa. We've actually seen him play, so he's not a bad player. Probably not quite the same as the football player, but nonetheless a great name to people who know the Australian rules football scene. Anyway, Maka's just increased his damage output there, picking off these targets in the middle, but they are few and far between at the moment, so 1300 damage. But this is a map you don't really want to push too hard on. But certainly lost the A line there. Is it worth going back to defend? That's the decision you've got to make at this point. In fact, the ELC of 90 has been spotted down at C1, so that is a problem. Alright, looks like Tiger 1 is pushing. Maker just looking for potentially access to that. Does capture the Panther 8-8, which is Warwick Kappa's tank, and he gets smashed by the Super Hellcat, so possibly an ammo rack there. Now, ammo racks, people don't really understand them. Of course, that's your ammo rack exploding, but how do you actually trigger it? Well, firstly, the ammo rack in the tank has got hit points, just like the tank does. And if you damage the part of the tank where the ammo is held, and this obviously varies from tank to tank, but you can get guides on where the ammo is stored on various tanks. The first shot in might damage it and take the hit points away, and if the second shot comes in and hits the same spot and actually exceeds the hit point rating of the ammo rack, then it will explode and that will take your tank out typically. So it is worth checking. Firstly, you've got some equipment you can use. You can get wet ammo rack modules to add. You can train your crews with I think orderly ammo rack or something like that. It's a loader skill which will reduce the likelihood of a ammo rack explosion, because it does happen quite often on certain tanks, like 907's a classic. But certainly if your tank gets damaged and you do get ammo racked, then obviously you'd want to repair that fairly quickly, because it obviously impedes your ability to reload at the optimum rate. But yes, you don't want to be wandering around with a damaged ammo rack, because the next shot that comes in could be the one that just demolishes your tank, and that looks like what happened to poor Warwick. Now, the enemy has continued pushing in down using that A-line vector, so this position in the middle is actually starting to pay off. He's been able to shoot back from the centre here. And as long as his team is spotting, and he's got his two platoon mates there pushing up the one line there, driving them back. So they've got it back to equilibrium, or they're down a bit in terms of hit points. So it's not worth giving up the position here, but certainly that concept of defence did come back, but the platoon as a whole has dealt with it. Alright, now are they being pushed on yet? Here we go. Oh, it's Grub Daddy. Well, we know who that is. That's Jump Honor and his alternate account. Pretty decent player, and we've had a few of his videos on the channel actually, but they've started, or a few of our mates have started a clan called Kings. Great casual clan to get into if that's what you enjoy, and nothing better than shooting your old clanmates here. So looks like Macca's going to push up here and try and press the advantage she's got with his 4-shot auto loader. See if he can get rid of Scrub Daddy. Now they're keeping the balance going with the number of tanks lost, but they're still negative on the hit point comparison. But Macca thinking the better of pushing into 3 different tanks without a lot of support, so can he come back here and whittle down the enemy in the centre? Oh, he's been spotted, that'll be the ELC. And incoming fire from the IS-2-2 confirms that. He has been completely spotted. And he'll know that he connected, so he's just got to get out of the way. But if the IS-2-2 is firing at him, then he might be a target. But now he's got a Borsig and pumps all his rounds in and gets rid of the Borsig. So all that's done is keep the equilibrium going. He's got Swizz and line balls pushing up through the railway station there. Find that IS-2-2, and he is out in the yard, but he's been taken out. So Macca can now confidently come up here, and what he wants to do is potentially pop up and spot out the Jagdpanther, but if he's behind the berm, then he's not going to really spot him. Just wants to make sure he doesn't get spotted himself, and also potentially get shots back at the Basante and Scrub Daddy in his FV. Right. Now he's got the Jagd Panther's been rediscovered, and he's got the outline, and bang, one more shot, and he gets the kill. So now all of a sudden it's got 3 kills, and he's got the Basante who's not reacting, but another tank drives in the way, so he punishes him for doing that, and it's another IS-2-2. Another one, or is it the same one? No, it looks like this. Oh yeah, there were 2 IS-2-2, so that brings up 5k for Mako. So he's continued to just pump out the damage. It's been a bit slow in places, but he's got plenty of targets here, and now they're all down on the line here. That you'll see, he's popped up again, but been taken out there by the Cheeto SP. And Mako gets spotted there. Now, what is spotting him? Unless it's one of the FE who's come back up, perhaps around the middle. And that means there's potentially just 2 tanks down there. So Mako coming back down here to try and help out the Tiger 2, and he's got rear shots on the IS-2-2. 1 shot goes in, 2, and he's got 2 more, and he gets the kill. And that's taken him to just up to 6k, and there's the Basante. But he's on reload now, so he doesn't want to engage too quickly. But he's got Swizz is pulled up there, and Swizz gets taken out by the Basante. Oh no, the FE is there, so it must have been the Basante who spotted him. But the FE is 1-shottable, Basante is 2, and Mako can afford to take a hit here, but only 1 hit. Get the rest of his shots in. Oh, now he's lost nearly 400, so he's now 1-shottable by the Basante. So that's a bit unfortunate. Now he's got to get the angles sorted. Yeah, he's reloaded. He's got to pull back to a point where the Basante may not be looking at him. He can just get through the bushes. An outline, yes he can. Didn't pen. Didn't pen. Finally gets a pen. 1 more shot, he'll get the kill. Yes, he does. So it brings up 5 kills for Mako. Now there's only 1 tank left, which is the FE. But I think he might even be 1-shottable to the FE. It's 240, but it doesn't matter, he gets taken out, and that is the end of the battle. So I got a game there from Mako. Let's go and have a look at the detail. Well, he's finished with 6.8k. So yeah, a couple of blind shots did land there. 5 kills, just missed out on the Top Gun, but he's got the Tank Sniper Award and the High Caliber Award, and also the Confederate Award. Now that's earned him the Ace Tanker Mastery Badge as well. So let's have a look at the team score. 1444 base, really good result there, and significantly in front of everyone else. 6.8k is yeah, just over twice the next highest damage, which was the Cheeto SP, who ended up with just under 3k, so congratulations there to Deadeye Daz from NZ, it looks like, and the ELC even 90 on the enemy side doing the best with 3.2k damage. That sneaky little light tank there. So excellent result there to NAE 1307, whoever that may be, and otherwise, yeah, everyone did fairly averagely, but quite a few zeros on Mako's team, so this is definitely a carry. Carried by the platoon as well. They really contributed there as well. If they weren't acting together, it would have been a bit of a different result. Alright, so let's have a look at the details here. 28 shots fired in the end, 25 hits, so great shooting there, 23 penetrations, and of course he was firing his premium ammunition exclusively. It is a premium tank, battle payments running, as well as getting his, looks like the first win in a premium account bonus, which gave him a massive input there, and despite the expenses, he's ended up with a nice output of 93,000 credits into his account, so definitely nice playing at tier 8. So great game there from Mako. Thanks very much for providing the content. Hopefully you enjoyed watching it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing that. There's more great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.